Now, let me introduce you to my friend John Giles, the Crawler Project Manager.
I'm standing in front of Crawler Transporter number 2 at the Kennedy Space Center. Crawler Transporter number 2 will be used for the SLS program to take the launch vehicle back and forth to the pad. We will begin by going underneath the mobile launcher. We'll pick it up, we'll take it over to the VAB. They'll then assemble the launch vehicle on top of the mobile launcher, and then we'll come back to the VAB. We'll slide underneath it again, we'll pick it up, we'll take it out to the pad. A trip of about 4.2 miles. It'll take us about 7 hours to get there. But during our trip to the launch pad, we'll roll over a specially prepared crawler weight that consists of anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of special rock. Below that is limestone that's about 4 feet thick and compressed to hold the weight of the crawler and the mobile launcher. And then below that is some hydraulically compacted sand that can support all the weight. And then once we're there, we'll drop it all off. And a few days later, there'll be a launch. We'll come back, we'll pick the mobile launcher up, and we'll bring it back to the VAB to start the process all over again.
With 50 years and some 3,000 kilometers or 2,000 miles on the clock, NASA expects the crawlers to be in operation for at least another 3 decades. How cool is that? The latest refurbishment is complete, and preparation is well underway for the first SLS mission. The crawler will be doing what it was originally designed to do once again, which is moving rockets.
All right, we're going to be making a right turn here, going back towards the VAB. As we make a turn here, I'd like to direct your attention again to the right front of the bus. These are the 2 crawler transporters left over from the shuttle program. The one on the left here that we're getting ready to pass by is crawler transporter number 2, which is the one Mr. Giles was standing in front of on the video. This particular crawler transporter has been inside the VAB, being modified. All of its engines and hydraulics have all been replaced on this vehicle to be able to accommodate our new rocket, the SLS, or Space Launch Systems. So notice right here in the corner there is a driver's compartment. There's another driver's compartment on the opposite corner. That's because this vehicle does not have a reverse, has forward and stop. So if the operator's in this compartment, he wants to go back the other way, he has to come out of this compartment, follow the yellow handrail all the way around to the opposite corner, get in that compartment and go forward. It has 8 tracks, which you can see there. Each one of those tracks has 57 cleats, and each cleat weighs 1 ton. That vehicle sitting there right now, the way it is over 6 million pounds. Coming up here on the right is one of 3 of the mobile launch platforms left over from the shuttle program. What would have happened is that crawler transporter back there get underneath this platform, lift it off the pedestals. Once lifted, they would take it into the VAB. Once inside the VAB, they'd load the shuttle onto it, along with the 2 solid rocket boosters attached to the shuttle and a large orange external fuel tank, and transport it out to the launch pad for launch. From the VAB out to the launch pad is a little over 4 miles, but it takes the crawler transporter between 7 and 8 hours to get there. That's because it gets a whopping 32 feet per gallon and travels at 1 mile per hour. Notice on the bottom of this platform there's 3 large holes, 2 up front, 1 in the back. The 2 holes up front would accommodate the solid rocket boosters attached to the shuttle, and the larger hole in the back would accommodate the main engines of the shuttle. What these holes do is it directs the flames at launch down through those holes directly into the flame trench of the launch pad. Coming up here on the right is the second mobile launch platform left over from the shuttle program, which this particular one is in the process of being converted into a new mobile launch platform and umbilical tower for our new rocket, the SLS, or Space Launch Systems. The first one is already completed and is sitting out on the launch pad 39B right now. Be out there all summer long. They're doing a lot of testing on it. Once the tests are all complete, they'll take the crawler transporter back out there, pick it up off the launch pad, bring it back here to VAB, and start loading the rocket onto the tower. This one here will look exactly like the one out there on launch pad 39B. Eventually it'll have a 380-foot tower on it. The tower has an elevator in it. The astronauts will ride the elevator up to the Orion capsule. And all the electrical wiring and communications wiring for SLS will also be in the tower. Coming up here on the right, once we get by these storage bins here,